Alright, so we're gonna check out Rift. Having some issues sleeping. Slept for a little bit, kind of wide awake. So, 4 o'clock in the morning, I figure what better thing to do than showcase this. We done Lord of the Rings after I got off of work, slept a few hours. Can't really sleep. Let me go ahead. Might as well show this for any of our people who are up. Uh, in case they're bored, want something to watch. So let's pull up this and we'll go ahead and share this. Might as well share this for any of our people who. There we go. Kind of annoying hearing it in the background, but we'll just drop this into Discord. Screw it. Don't got anywhere better to paste this to. Uh, early morning stream. There we go, just in case somebody wants to drop by. We're going to go ahead and just create a whole new character from the get-go. The way Rift works, and it's the only drawback I really find with the actual game mechanics, is once you pick Guardian or Defiance, you can only play with Guardian or Defiance. It's faction wars, basically. So if you're a Guardian, you're fighting the Defiance. If you're a Defiant, you're going to be fighting the Guardians. I'll show off both of them before I make a final decision here. I already know where I want to go, so we'll look at Guardians first. Those are your more human-esque looking races. Mathesons, essentially you're human. I mean, easiest way to put it. Basically, you got your human, you got your elves. In fact, these are high elves to be specific. Not a bad choice to go with for most builds. And then dwarfs. The Dwarven Breakfast is your save your butt mechanic, essentially. For this, basically, it's a free, well, every 10 minutes, it's a half-second channel, basically free 8% over a few seconds, so that ain't too bad. And just to show this off, so clearly you need certain packs. I actually bought the Primeless pack when I signed on. I realized I had enough points for the newest one, which are these Primeless. I might actually go ahead and go with one, just to kind of play with it, but essentially these are all going to be the same regardless of which size you pick, so we'll check out the Defiant side. These are more your kind of, whatever you want to call it, they're not evil because it's not like good versus evil, it's people who use the machineries and stuff to, change fate, where the Guardians worship the gods and, kinda just have that divine feel to the whole storyline, where Defiants are kind of rising against everything and using machinery and technology to actually change fate itself. Just to keep this simple, we're going to go with Guardians just because I do have a little bit more experience playing as a Guardian, so I know the storyline a little better. I'm going to go with a High Elf, mainly for the Grace of the Forest and the Angelic Flight, kind of a quick travel, basically. So, trying to think, what did I do with that other build? I think I did a I don't remember what I did. Did I do a prime list? Yeah, I think I done a... No, I know what I did. So, when you click into this thing, you get your other people. I actually did a, Nexus Mage for the Defiant I created just to do another playthrough on it. I'm gonna break the mold of my typical gameplay here. Usually I stick with mages. I like mages. I want to try this prime list out. Just heavy two-hander. Each one of these are completely different. So this is your tank, your damage, your healer. I'm thinking about being a healer on this character. I ain't positive. This is gonna be your AoE character. And then your Dervish is just a, basically, just powerhouse. Well, this is going to be the better of both options, because capable of healing and taking a lot of damage, so let's build us a good tank. So, let's just... that, you know what, that would work. We're just going to hit a few randoms there as well.
The king of Mythosia would have sacrificed the world to Regulos the Destroyer. The faithful rebelled against his heresy. We overthrew the tyrant and put his armies to the sword. Defeated in battle, he turned to the machines of the Defiance. Their devices drew upon the power of the dragon, a power they could not control. This is the day the rifts came. This is the day we died. But the gods of the Vigil intervened. Their messengers went among the fallen and ascended the worthy, not for their virtue, but for their might. In you, they placed their faith, their hope, and their power. You are our salvation. You are a guardian.
Use the WASD keys to move your character. W is forward, S is backwards, A...
Alright, so I was talking about old school versus new school. Essentially, we just seen the first thing I would classify as a new school mechanic. The whole kind of grandiose, actual, like, 3D rendered stuff. Yeah, I mean, wow, everybody has cutscenes, even the old school ones. Hell, Lord of the Rings has cutscenes, but here's another thing. You get a little more of this happening. I don't care for games that have daily playing rewards, things like that. It's just something you learn to deal with, unfortunately. But it is an issue, because basically, you know, you play every day, you're gonna get things. Let me slow this down for a second, because this is where it gets a little weird. So, your layout is typical of most things. You know, you hover over, you'll see things. Map, you know, zoom in, zoom out. You can just scroll wheel, or actually use the zoom in stuff. However, a lot of the things you'll want to do will actually appear down here. This is actually another hotbar all in itself by your clock. This is game time. Clearly, this is not my time. If you hover over it, it'll actually show you your local time, and you can click it. So now it's set to local time, not server time.
Claim your reward.
You get these, which these are character, or not character bound, but account bound. So, like, these are all decently leveled up things just from over the years playing on and off. you send your minions out to do things, but you gotta kind of pay attention, like, if you have, for example, I don't think my guy is
Select
strong
a
enough for
minion.
this, but we'll try. Yeah,
Click
see,
the button in the middle.
no, homie ain't enough for it, so let's not worry about that. We'll want the plant or wood. That's your crafting materials. This is fire, so we can send him. You get experience for doing this, so it's definitely worth doing. We're gonna go ahead and send them out too. And as you do these, clearly you can shuffle them. You can spend in-game currency to kind of shuffle them around, do a few things with them. But let's move on. So, this is where it gets weird. I've never played this class. I did read up a little bit about this. So, the Primalist, typically you would have your health and mana up here. You actually have Harmony. That's what all this is. You balance everything. So, for example, pushes focus 20 points towards Fury when I use this skill. So then my focus will slightly shift over this way, and vice versa. Ooh, that's Fury 2. Cunning. So I don't want to... You want to basically try to stay in Harmony. Because while you're in Harmony, basically you're going to get better buffs, so... Yeah, you're basically going to have to figure out a good balance between this, which this is a fully new mechanic, so it's kind of interesting. B is your inventory on this one. You get artifacts to complete sets. Sometimes they do that where it doesn't show you the set. You complete a set, you draw the reward. These are really typically rare good items. I already have that. We'll go ahead and bind that to the account just so I have my helm. If most of my characters have this helm on, things like that. We got us a few things here. Ooh, do not want to open that. I wasn't paying attention to what I just opened. These, for the most part, was actually dimensional items. It's not a bad thing, it's just not a good thing when you don't have inventory on a character and you just opened it up. I do not need quest tips again. So, that's what I need actually. I can use that, and then my cape, because all my characters get this cape. So, if you don't recognize this, this is from Trove. They actually done a cross kind of thing with Trove, well, the people who made Trove.
The vigil blesses you.
And, you know, just kind of get them with the times, you know, doing a crossover for a little bit. But the reason I'm all for this game is more or less because I have the experience in it. Oh, so once you max it out, you cannot really use that skill anymore. Oh my god, we did not kill enough of them yet? Whatever. On to the next one then. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. It's a little bit on the weird side, to be honest, but I figured if I'm gonna play this at 4 a.m., I might as well try something completely different. the cool thing about this is actually this build is doing pretty good. In all honesty, typically you're already using health potions by now on most of the builds you get for the Guardians. I'll show that off in a second because this guy is starting to annoy me. Yes, collect that item. Really quickly, we're going to jump ahead. I can show off the dimensions later. There's a reason I'm hopping in this dimension. This is the Trove dimension here. But the main thing I wanted to do was have a second to show the skills off. So we're going to go over here. We have our soul tree. Now, simplest way to explain this is just each one of these is going to be a subclass of your class. If you've never played or you don't know what you want to do with the class, what you're going to do, you're going to hit spend all. This is going to keep it towards your purpose. The purpose of these are to be tanks slash healers, so it will automatically allocate points where they need to be. Basically, it'll spend the points how the build should be. It will not make it to the end game, though. Like, if you're going to do that, use it wisely. It costs quite a bit to reset your stuff, but it works for a class you've never played. Like, you'll be able to play in game, but if you want to PvP in the end game, don't do that. Maybe play you a character up until end game and grind up the money to reallocate your points and do what you need to do to actually play the end game. But the end game is very competitive here. So you got to make sure you're ready for the whole dealing with the toxicity and the min-maxing that everybody tends to do. Like I said, I play these games more for being able to craft, do things, just whatever I want to do to enjoy it. See, I don't like that this has a 8-second cooldown versus an instant cooldown, basically. Compared to the other one anyways, it might as well be instant. Because to keep harmony, I actually need to be able to use both these skills about the same amount of time. Oh, already dead. Soul walk.
Quickly restore health and mana. You have died. You can soul walk at your current location or respawn as a spirit.
I'm gonna take a little bit of hit. Well, I might not because I'm in the tutorial area, but sometimes soul walk will actually give you a little hit to your you'll take a stats hit essentially for I think 5 minutes, I believe is what the cooldown period on that is. See, I can cast about 5 attacks before I can get off one of those. Yep, last sword I needed, so we're going to GTFO real quick. And we're going to teleport as far as... Ah, put me right back in combat. I was hoping I could get out of the combat just long enough to activate that and teleport out of there. Oh well.
The dragons turn us toward.
Which increases effectiveness.
We will redeem Talara.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. So this one I'm gonna have to respawn. But it's fine, because that's what that was. But... requires melee weapon, which... melee weapon, two-hand does... yeah, as far as I can tell, I should have been good to be casting those other ones. Anyways, general goods person's right here. You just sell by right click, and I really don't want to sell those dimensional items though. I sold that, but oh well. That's gonna have to work for now. I don't have the gold for what I need. You know what? We're gonna pop that just to get the inventory spot open. We need to try to kite just like one of these at a time, not two. Might just have to do two. Come on. Nice thing about that is you actually loot everything in the area, so you don't have to worry about trying to individually loot everything. Cannot be used above 80 Fury. That makes sense. Oh, completed that. We'll go to the next person. They'll give me a quest, so on and so forth. Wonder. Sometimes you'll see... ah, actually, there is one. Basically, the way you complete those collections is you'll look around for... you'll find things like this laying around. I don't think that's going to be a collection. I think that just might be game lore. But you'll see blue orbs occasionally sitting like on a fence post or something, and you can examine them and get artifacts. Yeah, this is just game lore. I mean, nothing wrong with some good game lore, but I've read most of it, if not all of it, and you can always go back and read more if you want to go back and read your collections and stuff.
Talara needs to be cleansed.
I'm gonna spend that. So we got our first buff. We're gonna put that down there. These enable block guard, threat by 300%, increase armor, non-titan abilities, deal 30% reduced damage. Titan. Do these actually tell me? Okay, I gotta be careful with that. Let's see here. We're not looking good on anything, to be honest. So, Titan abilities. That's going to be Crystalline Lance, Essence Strike. Okay, so this is the only one that would do reduced damage. That is cutting ability pushes force when used. Okay, makes sense. I mean, I have to use all of them to balance everything, but still. We simply need to pray at this altar right here. We're going to go ahead and activate this. So, Deathbound Thralls. Ah, there's one, so just click this. It's gonna. Well. It's gonna kill them over time. But that's what I was referring to, so we can add that to our collection, so on and so forth.
Truth above all else. We will redeem Talara.
Nation. Cool thing about this is you can you can kind of just sit here, chill, collect these cores, they'll blow up, give it, I don't know, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it'll respawn. Guess not after 2 charges. Trying not to really get into any combat at the moment. I'd like to just get this all done because I'm about to get some more inventory, which would be very nice at the moment.
Glory and honor.
Go ahead and equip this. Yes, I know advance to the character. Turn right back around, talk to the general
I
goods
buy and
person. Sell. Put that there. I like to keep chests and stuff kind of in their own bag, just so I know those are things I don't want to freaking open. And that's a rare item, so we'll put that up there.
Until next time.
So now it's going to be killing a bunch of stuff. Not super ecstatic about that, so trying to get this down to a science here. Actually,
Greetings, Ascendant. Live gloriously, die heroically. Together, we are strong.
so because I'm so low into it, it won't cost me anything to reset my souls now, but you basically just find your trainer. Or you can just purchase a whole new role.
Bring honor to your people.
Either way, like I said, there are ways to deal with mistakes made. It's just a matter of how big of a mistake you made, honestly. If you didn't screw up bad, you could just always reset the points in it and go from there. Wait. I will take that for now. Essentially, you get 3, and then you gotta spend money, basically, to unlock these. But there are bigger pouches, and it's nothing to swap out for a larger pouch as you get them. Yeah, see, I need more skills to actually take this back the other way. Because unfortunately, it's all fury. I need more cunning. Just to be able to balance everything properly. If not, it makes it hard for me to get anything done because I'm constantly going to be spending more, towards the fury side than the cunning side. So sorcerers are the only thing I got left to kill. Unfortunately, they're a little more of a pain to kill. I need to find some off by themselves. Ah, there's one. There is another one. So I'm gonna lead with the Fury attack, and then the cunning, and then hammer into the Fury. And hopefully I can kill this guy. Okay. I need to get back into the camp before they keep attacking, because they are going to keep attacking. Always fun to do stuff like that. Don't ask me why I'm up at 4 AM streaming, but...
Beware the corruption of the dragons.
oh well.
Find your destiny.
So now... well, it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's a 4 anyways, so 4 doesn't really matter. What does matter is actually, I believe the
Looking for something?
that pouch will sell more than one of these will. Yeah, see, those are only worth 13, so small pouches, yep, they're 4 too, so right at the shrine. Goddess Lady gives me a blessing, teleports me. Oh god. Don't think I'm quite ready for this, but he runs away.
Greetings, Ascended.
Spin those. Ah. That will be nice. So, if you're fighting a mage or anything, this will basically interrupt them. It stops spellcasting. Not some great state-of-the-art mechanic, but it does work. And that's what matters.
Beware the corruption of the dragons. For the vigil.
General goods, we're gonna sell those trousers, that fractured armor plate.
Until next time.
We're gonna want to run over here because there should be a horse. Yep, there's the horse. This is where it gets complicated because I'm being attacked right now. Got a horse, now let's go back. Ooh. Well, that's an issue. I know what caused that, the whole internet issue. But I don't know, I might come back to this later today. Uh, Debating, do I just go ahead, get some coffee going, and get up for the day, or do I try to lay back down, take like maybe an hour or two more sleep? Not really sure yet. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to get done today, so there is some kind of benefit to me go ahead, getting up, getting a cup of coffee, if anything, take a nap, around lunchtime. But I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, debate on how I'm gonna proceed with my day. It is my day off, so getting a little bit more sleep would be nice, but also I do have to go to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, so too much sleep leads to a sleep issue tonight. So I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, think on if I'm just gonna lay back down for an hour or two, then get up and start my day, or if I'm just gonna take a nap later today. But I might be back on here in a little bit. Try to see round 9 if I can get a stream going just to play some more. But I'll be back.